Now, the ozone layer, which protects life on Earth, is in danger. The layer, which was on track to recover completely, faces a threat from wildfires, like the ones witnessed in Australia. Research published in Nature journal shows that mega fires during Australia's Black Summer have harmed the ozone layer. The study describes how smoke combined with chlorine-containing molecules in the stratosphere caused the destruction of the ozone layer. During 2019 and 2020, massive wildfires that rage across southeast Australia destroyed vast swathes of forests and enveloped Sydney and other cities in smoke and ash for months. The Black Summer of Australia, it unleashed chemicals that chewed through the ozone layer, expanding the ozone hole and prolonging the recovery process. Researchers say that the chemical reaction has widened the ozone hole by 10%. This happens at a time when the Australian fires produce the largest amount of smoke on record, releasing roughly 1 million tons of smoke to heights of up to 30 kilometers. That's well into the stratosphere. The portion of the atmosphere that contains the ozone layer, which protects Earth from harmful ultraviolet rays. In the months after the wildfires, the hole in the ozone layer, which appears annually over Antarctica, was larger. It lasted longer than in previous years. In addition to that, previous research concluded more than 1 million tons of smoke pumped into the atmosphere by the fires prolonged the Antarctic ozone hole that opens up above Antarctica each spring. Moreover, let's also tell you how the ozone hole was created. In the early 1980s, scientists discovered that man-made chemicals were damaging this vital protective layer. The worst offenders, compounds called chlorofluorocarbons or CFCs, were common in aerosols like hairspray, cooling devices. About maybe in the 1987, the Montreal Protocol was signed, an international agreement to ban these substances. It is now ratified by all United Nations members and 5 other parties. Subsequent agreements, they've tightened these rules and shrunk the hole. And if the Montreal Protocol had not been implemented, it is estimated that about 2/3 of the ozone layer would have been destroyed by 2065. Let's also now try and understand how this layer actually works and why it is crucial for life on Earth.
The layer is situated in the stratosphere at an altitude of 15 kilometers and protects Earth from the sun's ultraviolet radiation. Without it, there'd be no plants, no animals, none of us would be here. A natural shield, it comes under seasonal attack in both polar regions. This is partly due to the lingering presence of man-made chlorine-based compounds, or CFCs, once widely used in refrigerators and consumer aerosols. But most damage is caused by very cold weather, when water vapor and nitric acid molecules condense into clouds in the lower stratosphere. These clouds in turn become a bed where chlorine molecules gobble up ozone. Traditionally, the layer would thin out from spring until December, but this cycle now continues throughout the southern hemisphere's summer into February. Human activity is the source of 3/4 of harmful gases currently destroying the ozone layer. Nitrous oxide, a greenhouse gas emitted by many industries, is the biggest threat. But nitrous oxide is also produced and released by soil and marine bacteria found living off tropical islands, salt marshes and peat bogs. At its most depleted, around the turn of the 21st century, the ozone layer had declined by about 5%.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.